we all know the SEC is a big piece of one of the catalysts where AMC, will start going and taking the direction it's supposed to go upward, hopefully to the moon. And I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday where, SEC chairman actually went on TV, Fox Business, reiterating, emphasizing what his priorities are when it comes to the job and the mission he has at the head of the SEC so far. So let's listen first to what he says.
To internalize this in dark pools. I think that there's definitely...
Mr. Chair, what are your priorities right now? I mean, you come to this job with an incredible resume, understanding the structure of markets better than most, given your past jobs. So tell me what your priorities are today.
I think markets every day are changing. Technology is rapidly changing markets, and we can't take for granted that we have the best markets. I would like, at the end of my tenure, that we've left the markets even better. So the treasury markets and trying to reform and make sure that the U.S. treasury markets are more resilient, competitive, and lowers the cost of the U.S. government to issue. That our equity markets, that we take on some of the issues around dark pools and trading and internalizing that nearly half of our market, rather than going to the lit exchanges and competitiveness there, goes to internalizes and dark pools. I think that there's definitely things we can do to make other parts of the market more transparent and also update our disclosure regimes for what investors now want to see in disclosures in addition to what they've seen in the past.
And I know, Chair, the SEC does not enforce the debit interchange rules. That's the Federal Reserve, but you're watching the way companies report and account around it.
Well, that's right. Our disclosure regimes are really a critical piece of the markets, that your viewers, we all get to decide whether to invest, but that the information needs to be fairly reported and it's decision useful and not misleading. So we're also your cops on the beat, and we're going to work hard to ensure that the issuers are reporting accurately.
Right, guys. So issues around reporting accurate information and in a more transparent way, but more importantly, actually looking into dark pools activity, payment for order flow, going ahead, insider trading, modernizing all the techniques in order to kind of catch up with where the market is going as a trend, because everything today is pretty much through technology. All right. So, and I guess it kind of gives us a hint, okay, because anytime this guy goes on TV and speaks about, what his job, actually what he's working on now, dark pool, protecting the investor, market transparency, payment for order flow are always one of the key words he will mention out. Okay. And I believe they have a pretty unique way of working by looking at, this article where the SEC charged former Netflix staffers with insider trading. These are engineers that, according to this article, Netflix employee and his close associates engaged in a long-running multi-million-dollar scheme to profit from valuable, misappropriated company information. The charges announced today hold each of the participants accountable for their roles in the scheme. The case reflects our continued use of sophisticated analytical tools to detect, unravel, and halt pernicious insider trading schemes that involve multiple tippers, traders, and market events. So these two engineers kind of had information around the number of subscribers that Netflix was supposed to, publish probably around earnings, report. And because they knew that it's going to move the market and the share price of AMC upwards, Netflix, not AMC, Netflix, they kind of, put a lot of money into that and profiting, generating them over $3 million on just one single trade. And the SEC caught it. So you didn't hear about this prior to them being caught. Okay, so I believe this is the exact same thing that will happen to these whoever it's market participants and involved into AMC and GameStop, actually not following the law, or when the SEC cracks down on them, I believe we're gonna have the same style of whenever it's out, I mean it's over. I mean there's no turning around. That's it. It's game over. So again, you might call me naive or over not realistic, but hey, a man can dream, right?